Emma, how's Hannah doing? She's at lunch, right? I keep thinking about her during work.
Yes, she ate and just went down for a nap. She really liked the apple slices he bought.
That's good. Did she eat all of them?
Most of them. She's actually been asking for more fruit lately.
I'm on my break and was worried about Hannah. Does she need anything? I can pick stuff up on my way home.
Hannah's been good today. She's so well behaved for a 3-year-old. Though she did ask when her mom was coming again.
That's good. I was worried when my sister asked us to watch her, but sounds like everything's fine. Just tell her Mom's busy with work.
I did, but she keeps asking. Josh, she's been asking every day this week.
She'll get used to it. Kids are adaptable.
Hannah is a good kid, very well behaved and low maintenance for her age. But when is this going to end?
If she's being good, what's the problem?
She cried for an hour yesterday, calling for her mom.
Did you try distracting her with toys?
Of course I did. That's not the point. There are nothing but problems. It's been almost a month since we started watching her. Even if it's your sister asking, there should be limits.
What do you mean limits? Don't tell me you don't want to watch her anymore.
It's not about not wanting to watch her. It's about how long this has gone on. I didn't agree to this becoming indefinite.
You said it was fine when we first discussed it. Don't complain now. You know my sister's situation. Divorced, just moved back from overseas, busy with her job. You've heard this all from me before.
That was when you said it would be for 2 weeks. It's been a month now.
That's exactly why we need to help with Hannah. My sister can't focus on childcare right now. That's why I'm helping as her brother.
Helping? All you do is drop her off and pick her up once a week. And lately, you haven't even been doing that.
Can't be helped. Unlike you, I work outside the home. You work from home, so it's different. You're just sitting at your computer all day anyway.
I understand that, but I have work too. I can't spend most of my day on childcare. I'm already doing all the housework, and I'm sorry, but I'm reaching my limit with your sister's situation.
You always act like you have it so hard, but you're just working from home. My sister has it much harder than you do.
What do you mean, just? Is working outside the home that much more impressive? Do you think my deadlines just disappear because I'm at home?
Of course it is. My sister and I have it much harder than you. Don't you want to help make things easier for us? You don't have to commute or deal with office politics.
That's completely different. I hate to bring this up, but my just working from home job pays about the same as yours.
Hey, you don't need to bring that up again. Money isn't everything.
You're right. That was harsh. I'm sorry. But I'm at my limit here. I'm not saying we can't watch her at all, but can't we figure something else out? Maybe we could split the childcare with your sister.
Don't complain to me. If there's a problem, talk to my sister. You know I don't have her contact info. I don't even know where she lives now.
If it's hard for you to talk to her, I can do it. Do you know the best way for me to contact her?
You're working from home, so you should have plenty of time. Instead of complaining, just take care of Hannah properly. Stop trying to change the subject. Why are you so eager to talk to my sister? Are you trying to cause problems between us? I'm just thinking about my sister. Look, how are you going to handle this when we have our own kids? This situation will continue. Don't complain about something this minor.
Hannah isn't even my child. It's not normal for her mother to only see her once a week. And lately, not even that.
This is just how things are right now. Stop saying weird things. I'm busy with work.
Hey, we're not done talking. Why are you trying to end this conversation? Josh?
You're so annoying. You're making me miss my break. I'm leaving this to you, so handle it yourself instead of complaining to me. Bye.
We need to talk about this when you get home. Josh? Josh, aren't you coming home yet? Isn't Hannah supposed to go home today? She's asking about dinner. It's getting late.
I have overtime, so I can't make it, like last week. Just keep watching her.
This is the third time this month. You said you'd be home early today.
Work is work, can't be helped.
Don't you think this is weird? What does your sister say about this? Does she know you keep canceling?
She says she trusts you with Hannah, so there's no problem. You're good with kids anyway.
That's not right. Wasn't the deal that your sister would watch Hannah on weekends? But this keeps happening. Doesn't she care? When was the last time you actually talked to her?
Like I said, I'm busy with work, so this can't be helped. My sister is being understanding about our situation, so your complaints won't change anything.
Understanding? She hasn't even called to check on Hannah. Not once this week.
She's busy too. Stop making everything complicated.
If you're busy with overtime, why can't your sister come pick her up? Why doesn't she? This is her daughter we're talking about. Doesn't she miss her own child?
I told you she's busy too. Try to understand. Why are you making such a big deal about this?
No, I don't understand. I can't understand a mother who would abandon her child like this and be okay with it. Hannah cried herself to sleep last night, calling for her mama.
Watch what you say about my sister. She's not doing this because she wants to. That's really disrespectful. You don't know anything about her situation.
If she's not doing it because she wants to, that makes it worse. I'm not saying she needs to be with her 24/7, but wouldn't a mother want to see her daughter at least once a week? Isn't that what being a mother means? Even a phone call would be something.
What do you... Someone who's never been a mother has no right to talk. Watch your mouth. You're getting too involved.
You're right. I've never been a mother. Honestly, I don't know how hard things are for your sister. I might not understand how she feels right now. But I do know what it's like to care for a child who misses their mother.
Then keep your mouth shut. Don't act all high and mighty when you don't know anything. You're just temporary childcare.
I might not understand your sister or a mother's feelings, but I understand Hannah's feelings. I've spent enough time with her to know that. I'm the one who holds her when she cries. I'm the one who explains why Mommy isn't here.
Hannah's feelings? She's only 3. She's not thinking anything. Kids that age forget easily.
That shows how little you've been around. When was the last time you spent more than 10 minutes with her?
I'm working to support everyone. That's what matters.
Of course you'd think that since you haven't done anything since we started watching her. But I know how Hannah cries calling for her mama. There's no good reason to ignore those feelings. She keeps asking if she did something wrong. If that's why her mama doesn't want to see her.
I told you there were circumstances. Stop trying to make me feel guilty.
There are limits to what circumstances can excuse. I really can't see your sister as a proper mother, using work as an excuse to neglect Hannah. Both you and your sister are wrong. A child needs more than just financial support.
Do whatever you want. I'm busy with work. I don't have time for your selfishness. We can talk about this later.
Fine, I will. So give me your sister's contact info. I want to talk to her directly.
No way. I don't see any problems with the current situation. I'm planning to stay at the office for a while, so figure it out yourself.
Josh, you can't keep avoiding this conversation. Mom, I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a favor to ask. Are you free to talk? Oh, Emma, what's wrong? Did something happen? Of course I'm free for you. Could you give me your daughter's contact information? I really need to talk to her about Hannah. I can't keep watching her child every day anymore. I've been trying to reach her through Josh, but... Huh? My daughter is overseas with her children. And Hannah, that's not my granddaughter's name. What child are you watching? You know, Hannah, the 3-year-old we're watching. You really don't know about her? Josh said his sister asked us to watch her. No, my daughter hasn't told me anything about this. What's going on? This is the first I'm hearing about any of this. I see. So that's how it is. Things are finally making sense. I've had suspicions for a while. Don't just figure things out on your own. Explain what's happening. I don't understand any of this. When did this start? I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. We've been watching a child at our house for about 2 months. Josh brought her one day saying his sister needed help. 2 months? You've been watching someone that long? I can't imagine my daughter doing something like that. And this is Hannah. Has Josh been in contact with his sister? Yes, Josh told me she was your daughter's child. I knew your daughter had children, but had never met them since they lived overseas. He said she had divorced and moved back here. That she needed help getting back on her feet. That's not true at all. She's still happily married. I just spoke to her last week. She's doing fine in Singapore. I thought so. I've tried several times to contact her about this situation, but Josh always refused. Unfortunately, I don't have her contact information, so I couldn't do anything. He always had excuses about why I couldn't talk to her. I think I understand the situation. So you wanted to ask me for her contact information? To confirm what Josh has been saying. Yes, it's clear Josh has been lying. If I have proof of that, I can take action. I need to protect Hannah. I understand. I'll give you her contact information later. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll help you. No child should be in this situation. Are you sure? I know this isn't pleasant, but Josh might lose his position over this. I don't want to cause problems for the family. Just hearing about this, it's clear what Josh is doing isn't right. A mystery child and my son's suspicious behavior. Sometimes being family means holding each other accountable. Then that's how it will be. When you married Josh, I started thinking of you as my real daughter. If my daughter is suffering because of my son, then as a mother, I'll scold my son to help my daughter. You're doing the right thing, Emma. Mom, I was so worried about coming to you with this. No need to thank me. I'm just doing what any mother would do. Do what you think is right, Emma. Just make sure you won't regret it. I'll send you my daughter's contact information now. And Emma, thank you for being there for Hannah. I will. Thank you for understanding. Keep me updated about what happens. I'm here if you need anything. Josh, I just talked to your sister. So tell me, who are Hannah's real parents? I know you're reading these messages.
You talked to my sister? How? You don't have her contact info. You're bluffing.
Your mom gave it to me. When I explained the situation, she gave it to me right away. Your sister is still in Singapore, isn't she? She's not your sister's daughter, is she?
Oh, Mom, I completely forgot about her. Of course you could get it from her. So this is about Hannah's parents? I guess there's no point hiding it anymore.
How long were you planning to keep this lie going?
So you found out. Well, I figured this would happen eventually. It was about time anyway. You were getting too nosy.
Why are you acting so casual? Do you understand what you've done? You made me lie to a child for months.
I do understand. I always knew this would happen eventually, so I won't make excuses now. It wasn't supposed to go on this long.
Fine, then tell me about Hannah's parents. Who is her mother?
It's not that complicated. You probably already figured it out anyway. You're smart enough to piece it together.
Even if I have, I want to hear it from you, as your wife. You owe me that much.
Fine, I'll tell you. Hannah is my mistress's daughter. We left her with you because she was in the way of our meetings. Happy now? There's your truth.
So all that recent overtime was for this, too? All those late nights?
You already know, so why ask? Yeah, I'm staying at her place now. Been there all week, actually.
I see. And Hannah's mother agreed to this?
You're surprisingly calm. I thought you'd be angrier since you seemed attached to Hannah. Or maybe you weren't as attached as I thought. Thought you'd be throwing a fit by now.
I'm just too tired to be angry. What you both did is so far beyond wrong, as parents and as adults. I'd just be wasting energy being angry at people like you. I'm saving my energy for what comes next.
Stop acting tough. And what do you mean, what comes next?
I'm not acting tough, but whatever. You know what this means. We're getting divorced. Of course, I'll be asking for compensation too. My lawyer will contact you tomorrow.
Oh, I see. So that's your goal. Divorce and settlement money. Fine, I'll pay whatever that amount is. You're not as noble as you pretend to be.
Good. Then I'll give you the divorce papers next time you come home. Just sign them quietly and that'll be it. And we need to discuss Hannah's situation.
Got it. Then I'll take Hannah back too. That'll end our relationship. That work for you? Her mother misses her anyway.
What are you talking about? I'm not giving Hannah back. Not to people who would abandon her like this.
What? You're the one talking crazy now. Hannah's mother is here. Plus, I'm gonna marry her after our divorce. That means I'll be Hannah's father. You have no right to keep her.
Hannah's mother? Don't make me laugh. A woman who neglects her daughter for a man isn't a mother. And of course I won't accept you claiming to be a parent either. When was the last time either of you asked about her well-being?
You're talking nonsense. You might feel sorry for Hannah, but this won't work. Don't you understand? You're just the babysitter.
Why won't it work? Explain it to me.
Look, it's normal for a child to go back to their parents. If you try to stop that, you're the one with the problem. Want to get arrested? I'll call the police right now.
What an unfunny joke. says the person who's about to get arrested. Go ahead, call them.
What? What do you mean? What are you planning?
How long do you think it's been since you left Hannah with us and stopped coming to see her? All that time you abandoned your childcare duties while enjoying your affair. Generally speaking, that's called abandonment. I've documented everything.
I didn't abandon her. I had no choice but to leave her with you temporarily. That's all it was. I won't get arrested for something like that. You can't prove anything.
You're right. That alone might not be enough, but it's enough reason for questioning and child services to get involved. When that happens, they'll investigate thoroughly. We haven't committed any crimes. There's no reason we'd get arrested. I have all our text messages, all the times you canceled coming home.
Those messages don't prove anything.
Really? You think the neighbors won't say anything? What about your girlfriend's home situation? Are you confident you and your mistress will look innocent when they investigate the house where you were having an affair while leaving your child with others? They'll want to know why a mother would give up her child for months.
Even with all that, arrest is impossible. You're just trying to scare us.
You might be right. Arrest might be difficult. But Hannah will definitely be taken into protective custody. And if the investigation takes time, your company will find out too. Who do you think will take your side then? Think about what this will look like to everyone.
You're too vindictive. You want revenge that badly? Is this because I cheated?
Hannah is only 3 years old. She can't fight back against her terrible mother and her boyfriend. Those adults by herself. So I'll do it for her. This isn't about you and me anymore.
Don't be ridiculous. That's what they call self-righteousness. You're just using Hannah as an excuse for revenge. You don't really care about her.
So what if I am? You're right. I won't deny that some of this is for me. But what about it? At least I'm trying to protect her.
Don't get cocky. You're just trying to use Hannah. You have no right to interfere in our family.
That's rich coming from you. Yes, I care about Hannah. And if that dear Hannah might become unhappy, I'll do everything I can to stop it. As the adult who's been by her side, while you were both absent.
You'd take a mother away from her child? You think Hannah would be happy about that? What kind of person are you?
She's practically gone already, isn't she? Do you really think she'll be happier than living with you two? I may not be able to promise everything about Hannah's future, but I'll take on as much as I can. I'll make sure she's safe.
Don't be stupid. You can't do that when you're not even her parent. Don't act so high and mighty when you're just a stranger. You're nothing to her.
Being a stranger is fine. I can do plenty as a stranger. Better than fake parents like you two anyway. I'll let the authorities decide what's best for Hannah.
You'll regret this.
No, I won't. But you will. Later, Josh and his mistress were questioned by police. When they searched the mistress's home, they found it wasn't suitable for a 3-year-old to live in. With neighbor testimonies about frequent sounds of women screaming and children crying, Josh and his mistress were arrested. I divorced Josh and claimed compensation as planned. Hannah is now in protective custody at a facility. She ended up there partly because her mother's parents had passed away and there was no one else to take her in. As I told Josh, I'm not prepared to take on Hannah's entire future. Financially and practically, it's not a simple matter, so she'll need to stay in the facility for a while. but I still visit Hannah at the facility on my days off, even if others call it self-righteous. I'm determined to stay involved in Hannah's life as much as I can.
Sarah, I heard you went to pick up Lily. Are you at the police station already?
Yes, I just got back from there. They said they found her at the train station.
When did they call you?
About 2 hours ago. I went right away after they called me.
Why didn't they call me first?
They said they tried to call you but couldn't reach you.
Oh, I guess my phone was off.
They tried your work number too.
I was busy.
This was an emergency, Rachel. You need to sort that kind of stuff.
I know, I will. So, she was at the train station. Huh. If I were a runaway, I would have picked somewhere they wouldn't find me.
Why would you even say that? And how can you think like that now? Were you hoping they wouldn't find her or something?
Of course not. But if she's going to run away, she could at least be smart about it.
She was cold and hungry when they found her. The police said she'd been there for hours.
Like I said, I would have gone somewhere I won't get found. Getting caught by the police is so dumb.
She was shivering. I had to give her my jacket.
She has her own jacket at home.
She didn't take it with her when she ran.
That's her fault then.
Did you know she hadn't eaten all day?
Again, that's her own fault. She has lunch money.
The police found her lunch money in her locker at school.
Why would she leave it there?
I don't know. Maybe she wanted this?
Planning to get caught? Not very bright.
She's just a scared kid, Rachel. She needs help, not criticism.
I'm just saying, if she was going to run away, she should have planned it better. Now I have to deal with all these calls, and it's such a hassle.
The police want to talk to you about why she ran away.
Can't they just file a report?
They need to speak with you directly.
Why do they need to talk to me? She's always causing trouble.
Because she's your daughter and she's clearly struggling.
What is there to talk about?
The officer mentioned some concerns at home.
About what?
About why she keeps running away.
There's nothing to talk about. She's just being difficult as usual.
Please don't talk about her like that.
Why are you jumping into our conversation?
Because I'm worried about both of you. This is serious.
You don't need to worry about us.
She must have had her reasons for running away. Let's hear her out first.
What is there to hear? I've raised her as a single mom and she just keeps acting out.
Maybe that's exactly why we should listen.
She even got caught shoplifting the other day.
What? When was this?
Last Thursday after school.
This is the first I'm hearing about shoplifting. When did this happen?
Last week. Just some makeup and snacks. Nothing valuable, but still embarrassing.
Why didn't you tell us sooner?
I handled it myself.
How did you handle it?
Paid the store to drop charges.
And then? Did you talk to her about it?
What's there to talk about?
There must be some explanation for that, too.
There's no excuse for shoplifting.
Has she said why she did it?
She tried to make up some story.
What did she say?
Something about being hungry.
Hungry? I thought you gave her lunch money.
I did. She probably spent it on makeup or something. What's the point of asking her? She'd just lie anyway.
How do you know she'd lie if you haven't asked?
Because that's what she always does. Nothing but lies.
When did this start?
When did what start?
The lying, the running away, all of it.
She throws tantrums at home too. The school keeps calling me in because she's disrespectful to her classmates and teachers.
What do the teachers say exactly?
That she's disrupting class.
How?
Not doing homework, talking back.
Have you tried talking to her teacher about what's causing this?
The counselor keeps asking to meet.
And?
They just keep making excuses for her. It's always she seems troubled or she needs support.
Those don't sound like excuses. They sound concerned.
The counselor wants weekly meetings.
That might help.
They don't live with her. They don't know what it's like.
What is it like then?
She barely speaks to me at home.
Since when?
Months now.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Well, Mom probably told you, but Lily is a real problem child. This isn't just typical teenage rebellion.
When did all this start?
Maybe 6 months ago?
What happened 6 months ago?
It's been getting worse since last year.
She's only 13, Rachel. There must be something bothering her.
But she's only in middle school. What would be so problematic to a middle schooler? It's not about her age. It must be her deadbeat dad's genes.
Being 13 is hard enough.
Don't make excuses for her.
That's not fair to blame her father's genes either.
Who else should I blame? She wasn't like this when she was younger.
When did she start changing?
After I started dating again.
Maybe that's related. That's a real possibility. I know things were not good between you and the ex, but you can't blame everything on her father.
That's probably why she acts out against me too.
She needs her mother right now, not judgment. You need to be the mom she needs.
What about what I need? Do you know how exhausting this is?
I still don't think genetics have anything to do with it. Some kids are just born bad. Even loving care doesn't help.
You don't live with her. You don't know what it's like.
We want to understand. She is our family too.
No one understands how hard it is.
Maybe we could help if you'd let us.
I don't need help. I need her to behave.
Both you and Lily aren't in the right headspace right now. We'll keep her with us tonight.
She's never in the right headspace. Even tomorrow won't be any different.
We can help you both work through this.
There's nothing to work through.
She's sleeping now.
Finally quiet, right?
She was good to us the rest of the day. Let us try at least.
There's nothing to try. She's just impossible.
Come on, don't say that. She is a good kid.
It's true, though.
Rachel, can you come by after work tomorrow?
What for?
To talk things through. We can come up with a solution together.
I don't see the point. She won't listen anyway.
Maybe she'll listen if we're all there together.
She never listens to anyone.
She listened to me earlier.
What did she say?
That she misses how things used to be.
When?
Before you started dating again.
Of course she'd say that.
If it's hard to talk to just the two of you, Tom and I can be there too.
Can't tomorrow or the next day.
We need to discuss this sometime.
I'm working late all week.
What about the weekend?
I have plans.
With your boyfriend?
I'm busy then too.
Rachel, she needs you right now.
She has you, doesn't she?
That's not the same.
I'm too busy. This whole drama has messed up my schedule. Can you just keep her for a while for me? I need a break too.
For how long exactly?
Until things settle down.
How long is a while?
Until she learns to behave.
And how will she do that without her mother?
She doesn't listen to me anyway.
That's fine, but we'll need to sort out her schooling. Though it depends on how Lily's doing. She has exams next week.
She'll probably fail anyway.
We should at least get her homework so she doesn't fall behind.
The school can email it.
They need your permission.
Handle all of that too. I don't even want to think about Lily right now. She just causes problems. I should have gotten rid of such a problem child.
You don't mean that. She's your daughter.
Right now, I wish she wasn't.
Don't be like that. She needs stability.
Don't lecture me about my own daughter.
I'm not lecturing. I'm worried about both of you.
Don't be. It's easier this way.
Easier for whom?
Just keep her until I figure things out.
How long do you need?
A while.
To do what?
To get my life sorted, I don't know, until I can stand to look at her again.
She's your child, not some object you can set aside.
You don't understand how hard this is.
Then help me understand. We can help you.
I don't know, just handle it for now. I need space.
Space from your own child? Why are you talking about her like that?
Yes, space, time, whatever you want to call it.
And what do we tell Lily?
Tell her whatever you want.
She deserves the truth.
Then tell her I need a break.
From being her mother?
From everything.
Rachel, good evening. We should talk about Lily. She's calmed down quite a bit now.
Talk about what?
She's doing better in school. The teachers noticed improvement.
Is she still causing trouble?
No, actually. She's been doing really well. She finished all her homework. I don't care anymore. What do you mean? She's been asking about you. What does she want now? To see you. Has she? That's new. Every day, Rachel, she wants to know when you're coming. She's lying again. She's been writing you letters. I will read them when I come over to your place. She misses her mother, Rachel. You know, I've been meaning to talk to you. I've realized I can't raise Lily anymore. What? What are you saying? You can't just say that. What do you mean you can't raise her? Exactly what I said. That's not an answer. What do you mean you can't raise her? Exactly what I said. You can't just give up on her like this. Why not? Because she's your daughter. Life's been so peaceful these past 2 weeks. Peaceful? While your daughter worries about you? While she cries at night? She'll get over it. She's in good hands. I just can't. You already said that. What does it mean? No more drama. No more daughter, you mean? I mean, life's been so much better without that problem child around. These past couple of weeks have been stress-free. I want to keep living like this. She's been doing her homework every day. She's even helping with dishes. She never did that at home. Maybe because at home you already decided she was a problem. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe she just needed someone to believe in her. So you're saying it was my fault? Maybe she just needed some stability, some understanding from you. Are you saying I didn't provide that? I'm saying she's thriving with consistency and support. So I'm a bad mother. Is that what you're saying? I didn't say that. You can't say things like that. Lily is your daughter. You cannot just say you can't raise her. What is wrong with you? She is not mine anymore. What? The kid isn't my daughter anymore. I don't want her. You don't mean that. I do mean it, every word. Think about what you're saying. I have thought about it. Really? For 2 whole weeks? I'm giving her to you and Tom. Excuse me? You can't just give away a child. You can't be serious right now. No, literally. I'm saying I'm giving you my kid. You guys don't have any children. Don't know which one of you can't have them, but Sarah, you're pushing 40, so why not have my kid? Isn't this the easiest way to get a child or what? How dare you bring that up? How could you say that? You are the worst. Why? It's true, isn't it? That's completely inappropriate. Everything you're saying right now is awful. What? I'm doing you a favor. A favor? By abandoning your child? By giving you what you can't have naturally. You can't just give a child to someone. That's not how it works. Oh, please. This is just like adoption. We're family, so the paperwork should be easy. You can have Lily as your kid. Raise her however you want. Though I doubt that bratty kid will ever change. Do you hear yourself right now? I'm being practical. It's a win-win for both of us. She's not a property you can just hand over. But you're already taking care of her anyway. Temporarily, while you supposedly figure things out. Well, I figured it out. I don't want her. You are the worst mother. You can't possibly be serious. Never been more serious. After 13 years, I've thought about getting rid of her so many times before. Getting rid of her? She's your child. And now she can be yours. Problem solved. This isn't solving anything. Seems like a perfect solution to me. Perfect for whom? For everyone. You get a kid, I get freedom. Hey, Sarah, it's been a while. How have you been? Sorry, who is this? Your number isn't saved in my phone. It's Rachel, your sister-in-law. Where have you been all this time? After you left Lily with us, the adoption was finalized. You completely disappeared. Gone. Hey, don't make it sound so bad. 5 years of silence. Why are you contacting me now? What do you want? Where have you been? Has it been that long? 5 years? Yes, 5 years since that day. Come on, don't be like that. We're still family. I'm contacting you now, right? You are so selfish. I don't know what to say to you. You left all of us. Don't be so tough on me. I'm back. Don't act friendly now. Answer my question. Which question? Where have you been all these years? A lot's happened. Let's see. I was living with my boyfriend at the time. Then we broke up, started dating someone else, and so on. Just been busy. You know how life gets. And in all that time, you never once asked about Lily? I was giving her some space. Space? You know, to adjust. I figured that is what I could do for her at least. Let her settle in with you guys. While you were busy, Lily graduated middle school and high school. Isn't that crazy how time flies? She graduated with honors. Oh, I didn't know she was smart. That's good for her. You never bothered to check up on her, how she was doing and all. Nothing. You were too busy chasing after guys. It's not like that. Then what was it like? Come on, you know how life gets. No, I don't know how life gets so busy you just forget about your child. I didn't forget her. I gave her to you. I just wanted a fresh start. I got a chance to begin again. While abandoning your child. You keep saying that, but that's not true. Besides, you and Tom got what both of you wanted, right? A daughter. Do you understand what you're saying? You were talking about her like she is a thing. I can't believe what you were saying. Wasn't it true, though? You couldn't have kids, so I gave you one. I thought for a while that you still love her in your heart and you will come back for her, but you never did. You just left us and disappeared. Don't be like that. Hey, Sarah. I've been thinking about something. I need to talk to you. And what exactly do you want? I want to take her back now. What? What are you saying right now? I thought about it and I decided I'm taking her back now. Amazing news for everyone, right? Taking her back? You can't do that. Isn't it great for her too? We can be together again. After all these years of silence, do you think she would want anything to do with you now? The past is the past. And you hurt her. You didn't care for her and you abandoned her. It's never too late for a mother and daughter. You're not her mother. Blood is blood. Blood isn't parenting. Sarah, I heard you gave birth and now you have your own biological baby. So you don't need Lily anymore, right? I'll take care of her from now on. So tell my sweet Lily I'll be coming to get her soon. My sweet Lily? Since when do you call her that? I think it's a cute nickname for her. You've got to be joking. Why would I joke about my daughter? You don't have a daughter anymore. You even called her worthless. Do you even remember how terrible of a mother you used to be to her back then? Yeah, but that was years ago. It's time for she and I to become a family again. People change, Sarah. And some people don't, Rachel. I know she got accepted at a prestigious college and leaving soon. Her old classmates told me when I ran into her yesterday. And why exactly do you care now? You didn't care about her before. Because I miss her. After 5 years? A mother always misses her child. You don't get to suddenly appear and demand anything. I say I can. I'm her mother. I have the right. No, you're not her mother. Not anymore. What are you talking about? I gave birth, didn't I? That makes me her mother. The adoption was finalized years ago. That doesn't erase me as a mother. I am still her mother. The Lily you knew doesn't exist anymore. What kind of joke is that? Lily exists. You must be hiding her. What are you talking about? She's grown into someone amazing. She is nothing like you. Then let me see her. I've raised her for years while you were busy chasing around men. I was there for all of her moments. You had a choice and you obviously chose not to get involved at all. That's all in the past and doesn't matter at this point. I'm here and want to be her mom again, so what's wrong about that? The courts say otherwise. What courts? The ones that finalized her adoption. Lily isn't your daughter anymore. You can't just erase me. I am not going anywhere. Oh, don't even start. You chose not to be her mother. You erased yourself. She's still my flesh and blood. And what does that mean to you now? Even if you won't give her back, I'm her birth mother. I have the right to decide what happens to Lily. What are you trying to do by keeping my child? You signed those rights away years ago. I was in a bad place then. I was not thinking clearly. And where are you now? I'm better now. I can be a good mother. Why now? What do you mean? Why show up now? Because I heard how well she's doing. Of course. What's that supposed to mean? You gave up that right as a parent. Tom and I didn't just temporarily take her in. We accepted all parental responsibilities and became her parents. Oh, whatever. Then stop playing house. I'll raise her. I'm her real mother anyway. You have your own now. You can just focus on your kid now. Real mothers don't abandon their children. I made a mistake. I'm here to fix the mistake. It's too late for that. Besides, you only want her back because you found out she has potential. I don't know what you mean. Should I spell it out for you? We knew you might show up after Lily's friend mentioned running into you. I had someone look into your current situation right away. We know exactly what kind of life you're living. What? For what? You had no right. You don't know anything about me or my life. I investigated you. We had to make sure you were not going to do anything stupid to hurt Lily again. That's none of your business. When it concerns my daughter, it is my business. Stop calling her your daughter. She's not yours. She's mine. It becomes my business when you try to use my daughter. Now that I know your real intentions, let me be clear. Don't try to use my baby girl to solve your problems. Just because some guy scammed you into debt doesn't mean you can come crawling back pretending to be a mother. You've hurt her enough, and she has already said she never wants to see you again. How much do you know now? Everything. You don't know everything. About the gambling debt? Or about your new boyfriend? I know plenty. Who told you that? Does it matter? You had no right to look into my life. Like you had no right to ask about Lily's university acceptance? That's different. How? She's my daughter. No, she was your daughter. You brainwashed her during these years. There's no way that problem child could become so well-behaved otherwise. You're just a devil wearing a parent's skin. Lily was everything to me. Give her back. Everything to you? You called her worthless. I was angry then. I had so much to deal with. And now? I didn't mean it. You meant it then. You just don't mean it now that she's successful. People change. I'm not how I used to be anymore. I love her. Yes, they do. People do change. Just like how she changed into someone amazing. I wonder if you brainwashed her. I didn't brainwash anyone. I just gave her the love and a safe place to call home. She just needed love and a safe home. She is a wonderful young woman, and we are so proud of her. She's already had a home when she was with me. Yeah, the home she ran away from. You're the one who turned her into a problem child, and you complained about it so much. I need her. If she works at my friend's place, they'll forgive my debt. So that's your real plan. You're going to make her work so you can be off. It's not what you think. Then what is it like? It's a good opportunity for both of us. She and I can be mother and daughter again, and she'll be loved by her real parents. She can have me again as her mom. And you want to use her to pay off your debts? She'd be helping family. Your gambling debts are not her problem. It's a good job opportunity to pay off your debts. The pay is good, so I think that she'll like that too. Is it for you or for her? Stop making it sound so bad. How should I make it sound? Like I said, she'd be helping family. That's enough. Children don't exist to serve their parents' needs. You've hurt her enough already. I won't let it happen again. My children will never be taken from their home. She's not your child. You're only her adoptive mom. Stop talking about her like she's yours. The courts say otherwise. Courts can be wrong. The adoption was finalized 5 years ago. That's when you lost all of your rights for your daughter. You have no case here. We'll see about that. Yes, we will. Keep wasting your time. You'll regret this. I'm coming to get her. Don't you dare come near my family. You can't stop me from seeing my daughter. Actually, I can. It's called a restraining order. You wouldn't dare. Try me. I know my rights. You signed them away. Just watch me. I'll tell everyone what you did. Tell them what? That you abandoned your child 5 years ago and now that she is old enough you want to take her back? And that is because only to get you to pay off your own gambling debts? No! Don't make it sound so terrible! I have all the text messages where you gave her up and how you told me she was worthless to you. No, you didn't. That was forever ago. Trust me, I kept everything. You left her for 5 years. I'm sure the court will take your side now. I've already contacted our lawyer. Try anything and you'll regret it. You think you're so perfect. No, I just love my daughter. This isn't over. Yes, it is. Don't even think to do anything stupid. You have done enough damage. We don't want to have any interaction with you at this point. You can't do that. I am still part of the family. Goodbye, Rachel. After that, Rachel showed up at our house and threw a fit, demanding we return Lily. Of course, we called the police right away. Lily told Rachel straight to her face that she wasn't her mother anymore, and Rachel was taken away by the police in tears. I hope she never shows up in our lives again, but if she tries to hurt Lily, we'll take appropriate action. I don't know what happened with Rachel's debt situation, but since she couldn't use Lily anymore, I assume she had to deal with it herself. After Lily came to live with us, she gradually became more cheerful. While things were awkward at first and we had our arguments, we've overcome a lot and can now talk about anything. She's wonderful with her much younger brother, and to me, she's truly a kind and good child. Even though I didn't carry her in my womb, and we're not related by blood, I can proudly say she's my daughter. As long as I live, I'll keep watching over my sweet child to make sure Rachel never hurts her again. Together with Tom, I want to always maintain this home as a place where our children feel completely safe and secure. See you soon.
Derek, I'm sorry, but could you either pick up something from the store or order delivery for dinner tonight?
Huh? Why?
I'm not feeling well.
What kind of not feeling well? You know I was looking forward to your curry tonight.
I really did plan to make curry. I even bought all the ingredients yesterday, but I've been so dizzy since morning.
You're always dizzy lately. What about the ingredients then? They'll go bad.
I can make it tomorrow when I'm feeling better. The vegetables will keep.
What? You're still sick? You've been saying you don't feel good for ages now.
It's not exactly being sick. It can't just get better. I'm feeling nauseous and a bit anemic.
We spent good money on those groceries. You should have planned better if you weren't feeling well.
I really thought I'd feel better by evening. The symptoms come and go.
You said that last week too. Remember when you didn't make dinner then either?
That was different. I had my prenatal checkup that day and it ran late.
I know pregnancy isn't an illness, but is this morning sickness? Does that even last when you get this big?
Most people say morning sickness is worst in early pregnancy, but some have it until late pregnancy. Though I think my nausea is from the baby pressing against everything.
And you're sure it's not just from lying around all day?
I try to move when I can, but sometimes even standing makes me dizzy.
Wait, so you're gonna feel sick until you give birth?
I'm not sure. I don't know. But it's not like I feel terrible every single day. I have better days too.
You know what your problem is? You're always focusing on the bad days.
That's not true. I cook and clean on my good days.
You say you have better days, but you've been just lying around since getting pregnant, always making excuses about not feeling well.
They're not excuses.
Yesterday seemed fine. You were watching TV when I got home.
I had finally stopped feeling nauseous, so I was resting.
Other pregnant women are out walking and exercising. Why don't you at least walk around the neighborhood?
I do walk when I can, but the doctor specifically said rest is most important and not to push myself.
Well, don't you think you're getting too fat? You're just ballooning up.
Really? My doctor hasn't said anything about gaining too much weight. It might look worse because of all the swelling.
How much have you gained anyway? Be honest.
About 24 pounds so far. The doctor says it's within normal range.
Normal range? That's just what they say to make you feel better.
The pregnancy book says 25 to 35 pounds is normal.
No, you've definitely gotten fat. You look like a beached whale when you're lying down.
You don't have to say it like that.
Remember how you used to look in your wedding dress?
Of course I remember, but I'm 7 months pregnant now.
I'm serious, you really look like a stranded whale. Your snoring is ridiculous too. I was just congratulating myself the other day for managing to marry you.
I see.
You used to care more about your appearance before.
I still try to look nice.
When was the last time you even put on makeup?
It's hard to put on makeup when I'm feeling sick all the time.
Look, your health issues are definitely from lack of exercise. There's plenty of time until dinner. You might feel better if you move around. Just make sure you cook dinner properly. My body's probably out of whack from all those frozen dinners lately.
But I'm still getting dizzy when I stand up.
You're being dramatic again.
No, I really am dizzy. I almost fell in the bathroom this morning.
That's just right now, right? You'll be fine by the time I get home. Make sure there are lots of vegetables tonight, something healthy.
That's not fair. You're the one who messed up your diet by going out drinking all the time. I texted because I really don't think I can cook tonight.
You used to love cooking. What happened to that?
I still love cooking, but right now I can barely stand in the kitchen.
Whatever. You're a stay-at-home wife just lounging around all day. The least you could do is the housework.
Why won't you consider the fact that I'm literally pregnant?
You keep using that as an excuse.
It's not an excuse. I'm growing our baby.
Look, other people are out shopping and doing normal things while pregnant. Why are you the only one acting like an invalid? And I can tell you've been slacking on the cleaning lately, too.
I do what I can when I'm able to.
That cabinet still hasn't been organized since last week.
I was planning to do it today, but the dizziness.
I'm saying you're half-assing it. What do you think I'm letting you be a housewife for? I hate having a dirty house. I'm already stressed enough from work. At least let me relax at home. Who do you think is keeping you alive?
I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
You always say that, but nothing changes.
I really am trying my best.
Your best isn't good enough lately.
The doctor said some days would be harder than others.
You should have said that from the start. If the house isn't cleaner than it was this morning, you're going to clean until it's spotless. And make sure you scrub the soap scum off the bathtub, too.
The fumes from the cleaning products make me nauseous.
Wear a mask then. Just get it done.
Derek, I'm sorry I couldn't make dinner.
Whatever, I'll eat out. But you should have at least texted earlier to say there wouldn't be food.
I'm sorry.
This is the third time this week.
I know, I feel terrible about it.
And the room's exactly how I left it this morning. Nothing cleaned up. This is the worst.
I caught a cold and have a fever. I thought it would get better if I slept, but it seems to be getting worse.
What? How did you catch a cold when you never go anywhere?
Maybe when I went to the supermarket the other day?
Didn't you wear a mask?
I did, but
For someone who barely goes out, you sure managed to catch germs. What if you give it to me?
I'll sleep in the guest room tonight.
What about my shirts for tomorrow?
I haven't ironed them yet.
Yeah, you better, and make sure you disinfect the bedroom. Change the sheets, too.
Sorry, I'm too dizzy to do that right now.
What? You didn't do anything all day, though.
I tried to fold the laundry, but had to lie down.
I come home from work and there's no dinner, the house is a mess. What are you even here for?
What am I here for? Am I just here to do housework? Is that the only reason you married me?
That's what you promised when you quit your job, remember?
That was before we knew I was pregnant.
That's not what I said, but have you forgotten your position as a housewife? Being pregnant doesn't make you special.
I've never acted like I was special.
Yes, you have. I work every day while you just lounge around at home. You're using I don't feel well and I'm pregnant as get-out-of-jail-free cards to be lazy every day.
My head is pounding and I can barely stand.
Take some medicine then.
The doctor said to avoid medication unless absolutely necessary.
There you go again with the doctor this, doctor that.
I checked my temperature again. It's gone up to 102.
Those cheap thermometers aren't accurate.
We bought this one at the hospital pharmacy.
You're always finding excuses to visit the hospital.
They're not excuses. I have scheduled prenatal checkups.
Every little thing becomes a hospital visit with you.
I'm not being lazy. Listen, this baby is yours too, Derek.
I know that.
Then why won't you come to any of the appointments?
I told you I'm busy at work.
You managed to go to 3 drinking parties this week.
Those are for work too. You wouldn't understand.
Why does it matter? You don't care about me or this baby. You just care if I cook and clean.
Of course I care about you and the baby.
No, you don't. If you did, you wouldn't say these things. I tried to clean the kitchen earlier, but got so dizzy I had to sit down.
You're always dizzy lately. Maybe if you actually moved around more.
The doctor said the dizziness is from anemia.
I'm working hard to support you and that baby, aren't I? You're the one who doesn't understand my efforts.
Supporting us isn't just about money.
What else is there? I pay for everything.
I'm grateful that you work, but could you please try to learn a bit more about pregnancy? Some pregnant women can be active, others need rest. Everyone has different symptoms. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
My sister never complained this much when she was pregnant.
Your sister had a completely different pregnancy.
She worked until her 8th month.
The doctor said each pregnancy is different.
This is probably because of your unhealthy lifestyle before. You were already lazy with housework before getting pregnant.
I wasn't. That's why the house was always clean before.
Yeah, right. Maybe you hired a cleaning service and went out having fun.
I never did that.
Well, someone must have been helping you then.
No one helped. I did everything myself.
As punishment for not making my dinner, make sure the cleaning is perfect.
What? I told you I have a fever.
The fever can't be that bad if you can text.
Please, I really need to rest.
I'm saying don't use a little fever as an excuse to skip housework. do it perfectly. Oh, and my friends just invited me out drinking, so I'll be back late tonight.
You're going drinking when I'm sick?
It's just a work thing. I have to go.
I might need to go to the hospital.
Stop being dramatic.
If you have time to go drinking, shouldn't you normally help with housework?
Don't push your normal on me. Besides, I work hard, so I deserve to have fun. You should finish your own work before resting.
The fever's getting worse.
Everything's always worse with you these days.
Can you at least call me if I need help?
What kind of help would you need? Just rest if you're that sick.
How can you say things like that? I'm constantly thinking about the baby, following all these restrictions to make sure I can deliver safely. But you don't do anything even though I'm pregnant. You leave all the housework to me and say I'm worthless unless it's perfect.
I never said you were worthless.
Then what did you mean when you said, "What are you even here for?"
You're twisting my words again.
No, I remember exactly what you said.
You're being too sensitive lately.
Everything I do is wrong in your eyes now.
That's not true.
Didn't you just ask what I'm here for the other day?
That's different. I was just frustrated.
You're always just frustrated lately.
Stop bringing down my mood when I'm about to go out. Haven't you become hysterical since getting pregnant? You don't do housework. Your personality's become difficult. Nothing good has come from this pregnancy.
Fine, I'm done.
What now? Are you getting defensive?
I just need to do the housework perfectly, right? I realize there's no point in saying anything else.
That's right. If you understand, stop arguing. You've really become such a pain. Makes me regret even marrying you. Hey, where are you? The living room's still a mess. Why aren't you picking up your phone? The bathroom isn't cleaned either. I've called 5 times now. Are you ignoring me on purpose? The kitchen's exactly how I left it. If you're trying to make me feel guilty, it's not working. Did you go to your parents again? Answer your phone already! You're seriously so annoying. You said you weren't feeling well, but you're not even home? Where'd you go without doing the housework?
Your wife isn't here anymore.
What? What do you mean, your wife? Where are you? Why isn't the room cleaned?
Derek, this isn't Julia.
You're using her phone, though? What are you talking about? Who is this?
Julia was taken to the hospital.
What? Which hospital? Why didn't anyone tell me? Is she okay?
This is your mother speaking. What have you done?
Mom?
Yes, it's me. Mrs. Barnes from next door called me.
Why are the neighbors involved?
Because they heard her crying for help. They found her collapsed in the hallway trying to clean.
Seriously? This must be some kind of joke! How do I know this isn't Julia just pulling my leg?
If you don't believe that this is your mother, I can write down the name of your high school crush right here.
Stop! Don't! But why are you on Julia's phone? And what's this about the hospital?
So I hear you made your pregnant wife do housework while she had a fever. Julia tried to clean like you demanded, then collapsed. She managed to drag herself to the phone and call an ambulance with her last bit of strength.
But I thought it was just a cold! She was texting normally earlier!
Just a cold. She had a fever of nearly 104 degrees. And she's pregnant, for heaven's sake. Why would you make her do housework? And I heard you went out drinking instead of helping.
I just went out to eat and then I got invited out of nowhere!
While your wife was burning up with fever. And stayed out drinking until this hour. Most husbands would be by their sick wife's side, don't you think?
I have social obligations too!
You have obligations to your wife and unborn child.
You're making this sound worse than it is!
The doctor said she could have lost the baby.
What?
What kind of obligation is more important than being with your feverish pregnant wife? She's carrying your child. What were you thinking? Why can't you show any kindness to your own wife?
Well, she just lies around all day anyway, so doing some housework shouldn't be a big deal.
Let her lie around. That's what pregnant women need to do sometimes.
There are women who take care of kids while pregnant. Some even work full-time.
That's because they have good health and support from people around them. Tell me, what support have you given Julia?
I'm working to support us.
That's just the bare minimum expectation.
If you're done lecturing, just tell me which hospital she's in.
She's crying, Derek. She's been crying since she got here.
Just tell me where she is.
Julia specifically asked me not to tell you.
You can't keep her from me. I'm her husband. Seriously?
You've lost the right to be a husband. Your wife is gone now.
Julia, please answer my calls. I've been trying to reach you for days. At least let me know you're okay. Julia, please, at least talk to me. I want to apologize properly in person. Are you still in the hospital?
I was discharged yesterday.
Julia, are you okay? I was really worried when I couldn't reach you.
Obviously, I wasn't okay. That's why I was hospitalized.
Well, yeah, but can we meet and talk?
There's nothing to discuss in person. I contacted you today because I finally found the courage to tell you something.
What do you mean, courage?
I want a divorce.
What? Huh? You can't be serious! Is my mom making you say this?
I can't live with you anymore. That's what I've realized. Please, divorce me.
Wait, hold on. Divorce? Is this because I told you to do housework?
You really don't get it, do you?
Then explain it to me.
It's everything combined. I asked you so many times to learn about pregnancy and childbirth. I explained why I couldn't do housework when I wasn't feeling well. But you never understood any of it.
But pregnancy isn't an illness!
No, it's not an illness. But I'm growing a child at the risk of my own life. And childbirth itself can be life-threatening. Do you realize how you've been treating me while I'm going through all of this?
I'm sorry! Mom explained everything to me after that night. She lectured me, and now I understand how hard pregnancy is.
It's too late.
How can it be too late? Isn't what comes after the birth more important?
I'll never forget what happened. Being told I'm worthless if I don't do housework, being ordered to clean perfectly while I had a fever. I've realized just being around you causes me stress.
That's not fair. I was stressed from work.
And I was stressed from growing your child.
I said I'll apologize and help from now on. Please don't talk about divorce. I married you because I wanted to be with you.
If that were true, couldn't you have shown a little more kindness and consideration? I was grateful every day that you worked hard, but I think spouses should support each other during difficult times.
What about the baby? Are you planning to raise it alone?
I'll focus on childcare for the first year. Then I'll work. I have to raise our child.
Being a single mom is really tough.
I know that, but I think staying with you would be tougher. Besides, my parents and your mom have promised to support me completely, so I'll be fine. I'll definitely raise this child properly.
Even your parents are against me?
They saw how you treated me.
I want to raise the kid too.
You never showed any interest in the baby before. You just made fun of me, saying I looked like a whale when my belly got bigger. You never bothered to learn anything about the baby. When I got sick, you just looked annoyed and didn't worry about me or the baby at all.
They say men are slower to develop awareness of being fathers.
Oh, so you know that piece of information. That makes me even angrier. Don't just pick and choose convenient facts to justify yourself.
I'll really change from now on. I'll put you and the baby's health first, no matter what.
I can't trust promises from someone who's done nothing until now. I'll have my lawyer contact you about the divorce.
Please, Julia, I'm truly sorry. I realized these past few days that I have nothing without you. I finally understand how precious you are to me.
All you need is someone who'll do your housework perfectly. Just hire a housekeeper. You're not qualified to have a family, so you don't need me either.
That's not true. I want to be with you because you're you. I want to cherish you.
Someone who cherishes their partner doesn't make them do housework when they have a fever. I don't need a husband and father who leaves his sick, pregnant wife alone to go drinking and doesn't care about her health. Don't you think someone like that is worthless? After that, we got divorced, and I received a small settlement. My husband fought against the divorce until the end, but nobody took his side. Not his mother, my parents, or any of our friends. Everyone criticized him, and he seems to have finally understood how terrible his behavior was. Even though he's reflected on his actions, I have no intention of reconciling. I won't deny him his position as the child's father, so he'll pay child support and see the baby. While my relationship with him is over, I hope he can be a good father to our child. Looking back, I realize I should have noticed the warning signs earlier. Even before the pregnancy, Derek always prioritized his own comfort over everything else. The pregnancy just made his true nature more apparent. Sometimes I wonder if I was too focused on being the perfect wife to see what was happening. But I know now that no amount of perfection would have been enough for him. The support I've received has been overwhelming. Derek's mother, Martha, has been especially amazing. She calls every day to check on me and even helped me find a new apartment close to my parents. She told me that watching her son's behavior made her realize she might have spoiled him too much. And she's determined to help make things right. My own parents have turned their home office into a nursery for when I need help with childcare. A few weeks after the divorce, I gave birth to my child. I feel happiness every day seeing my healthy baby girl. Of course, caring for a newborn is incredibly challenging, but I'm managing thanks to everyone's support. Things will probably get even harder when I start working. Still, I'll do whatever it takes to give this child a happy life. I won't take the kindness of those supporting me for granted. I'll do what I can by myself and always remember to be grateful while raising my daughter. I want to make sure she knows she's being raised with lots of love. Derek has asked to see the baby several times through his mother. While part of me is hesitant, I know our daughter deserves to know her father. We've arranged for supervised visits with Martha present. He seems different now, more humble, more aware. But while I hope he becomes a good father, I have no regrets about ending our marriage. Sometimes choosing to leave is the strongest thing you can do. My daughter will grow up knowing that her mother was strong enough to choose what was best for both of them. Starting over isn't easy, but every time I look at my daughter's face, I know I made the right choice. We'll face whatever challenges come our way together. Surrounded by people who truly care about us, that's worth more than any perfect marriage could ever be.